I have a daughter. She's 6 year old. So she, like all children, no? whenever, whenever their father goes out, or when I go out, um, my daughter always tells me, "Papa, buy me, buy me a chocolate, or buy me an ice cream, or buy me something." They'll always be buy me something. Okay. Now here's the funny thing. In the house, there is enough and more chocolates. There's enough and more ice creams. I've actually stored enough that for 2 months she doesn't need to go and buy anything. However, my daughter still enjoys the thrill that when I come back, that, oh, there is a surprise. Papa bought something for me. And whatever I buy, she's like, she actually asks, Papa, what did you buy for me? What did you buy? And, so, I get her something or another. I've made it a habit, kind of something nice that she can eat or something. And sometimes I consult with my wife. All right. Now, sometimes I end up buying things which, even though I earn in US dollars, I try to live in Thai baht standards. Okay. So, for example, let's say there is a drawing book which is $2. Now, it's not a big deal. But if my baby has to learn to live the Thai standard, $2 is a big thing. Okay. For a normal general family. But, as a father, I don't know whether it is I have a soft corner for my daughter. I think to myself that my daughter is only going to be small for another few more years. I'm never going to get it back. Like, from the time she was born to what she is today, time has passed by so fast. Now I'm like, oh, sheesh, I should have taken a few more videos, a few more photographs, or a few more moments, because 1 to 6 is over. Now her birthday is coming, I think June or July, not too sure. I'm very bad at dates. So, and she's going to be 7 years old. So that we will never get back. She was studying in a nursery. Now she's going to school, the first class. So we'll never get back the nursery memories. So, I've taken it on myself that if I have to give my daughter something or have a special memory, let me just do it, because I'll never, these moments are priceless. So that day I took her to a DIY store. There was, back to school, there were these pink notebooks with a pen. It cost X. Then there's a pink notebook with a pen and a ruler and a sticker. It cost X plus something. Then there is a bigger book with pen and sticker and a compass box. So it's even more. So I was asking my daughter what she wanted. And the choice was between two things: a notebook and a sticker and a pen. Another one was a notebook and a sticker and a pen, and, two, three coloring pens and something extra. Now, that was double the price of the first one, just a notebook and a pen, and a sticker. I told my daughter, take the more expensive one. Okay. Don't take the cheaper one. The cheaper means half the price. But my daughter was very adamant, no, this is nice. This is not nice. I said, no, this is nice. And I kept trying to convince her, like, this is nice. No, Papa, I want this. Papa, I like this. I don't want this. So I told her, no, this don't look nice. So I, being a logical guy, I was getting irritated. I was like, I'm trying to tell this small little kid that, you're making a mistake. She's not listening. So I called my wife and I spoke to her on the phone. I told her, see, listen, this is not good. This is good. She's not listening to me. So she said, just buy her what she wants, because then she'll not be happy. But I was like, no, I'm not going to, agree to it. So I told her, okay, fine, let me think. I was still sulking. I was sulking over it. And then finally, what I decided, I'll buy both. Okay. Now, you must be wondering why. I'll tell you. So I went to the counter, I paid. I paid for both. When we came home, I gave my daughter what she wanted. I took the other one, the bigger, more expensive one. I waited until she opened her book. She had one sticker and one pen. And in less than, I think, 10-15 minutes, she finished putting all the stickers on the book. So there was nothing else to put, and she just had a pen. And then, obviously, she got bored, finished. That was it. And then she was just drawing. So now, after the excitement got over, Then I very cunningly called my daughter to the room, my room here, called my wife. Okay, and I told my wife, she finished. First, I asked her, she finished the sticker? She said, yeah, finished the sticker. I said, bring it here, show me. Okay, she showed. Then what I did is I showed the one I had recommended, and I told my wife, like where in a very playful manner, this is for me. And then I opened and I showed the notebook. Then I showed sticker number one, two, three, and there were three, four pens, and lot more happening. So it was like four times X the stuff that my daughter had. So then when I started playing, suddenly my daughter got interested and she was like, oh, this is more nice than this one. When I was trying to tell her, and I remember opening the box and showing her, she was not interested. She was blinded by her choice. So now when I showed her and she was like, oh, this is very nice. And I made it a point. I said, no, 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 this is not for you. This is for me and mama. You finished your thing. And my daughter, the minute I told her that, she gets very sensitive. She was like, she actually did this. Okay, just watch the screen. She was like, she was, okay. So she was, like she wanted to cry, but she was saying, so I said, you keep your book. She said, okay, okay. But then I was like, okay, my daughter is getting hurt. I was like, okay, I'll give you the book. I'll give you this. But next time you have to listen to me. And then my daughter, because her feelings were hurt, she was like, no, I don't want. It's okay. I like my notebook. I like my notebook. This is not good. I don't like. So I was like telling my wife, um, and my wife was like, she's hurt. So I told her, okay. Um, I told my wife, okay, just keep. I'm busy. You can take this, and if Helen want, you can give it to her. If she don't want, no problem. So my wife, so if I force her, then she's going to take it more sensitive. She has to come by herself. So I just gave it to my wife, and I left it, and I continued like doing my work. And my wife took my baby. My baby was still sulking. No, I don't want. And she was hurt. And then my wife took it outside. And as my wife was playing, first my daughter was sad and she was sitting with her notebook, you know, sulking and feeling hurt that she made the wrong choice. But you know how kids are. After a few minutes, as my wife kept telling, wow, this sticker is nice. Then my daughter got curious. And my wife didn't act like she was noticing her. And very subtly, she told, okay, what about this? This is good. Then my daughter first ignored. Then she said, oh, what about this? What about that? Then slowly my daughter came. Like, when a when an animal is not too sure if you're going to bite or how you're going to react, and if you just keep calm, they come closer to you. Same way my daughter came closer, 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 and finally she was like, don't put here, put this. And she started guiding my wife and she started doing it. Once she was cooled down, then my wife told my baby, that time it was the time to tell her a lesson. She said, see, Papa, I told you to buy this, but you didn't buy this. See, this is good. What you bought, you enjoyed, but not so much. And so she taught her a lesson, and then she told, go and say sorry to Papa. Next time you should listen. So, my daughter, after she was in a frame of mind, she came in and she said, Papa, sorry, and this and that, with a broken, whatever, grasp of English. And then she said, sorry, and I like this one more. I said, fine, you happy? Okay, fine. So that was it. So, yeah, that is just a father daughter story. And the only other thing I want to add on here is, uh, whenever I go by, anything, I always think, like I told you in the beginning, my daughter is growing up so fast. I'll never get these moments. So I always end up buying a burger or a juice or ice cream or something. The only reason I do that is because when I was small, my parents never, they were horrible human beings. My stepfather, animal is not the word. My mother, stingy to the core. I mean, she had enough money, she had enough property, savings, everything. But if I had to ask her a chocolate or anything, no money. That was even a book, no money. So that is something I really don't want my daughter to experience and go through. And you can imagine, even though I'm, grown up today, I'm at this age, I still remember those moments. And I've never forgiven my parents. They were horrible individuals. It's not just that, they abused me very bad. So I always think to myself, my daughter will be able to remember all these moments with her father. I just want her to be happy and know that her father loved her. She was loved and I provided the best. Means I'm not trying to pamper her, but just trying to give her these memories where she'll be happy. So if she wants, sometimes she wants me to drive down, get her a burger or a juice, and not every time. And I do practice saying no. But yeah, I try to be a good father wherever I can. So yeah, I just thought I'd share this with you and feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think? I know these are just general musings as a father. So yeah. All right. So good, bad, ugly. Feel free. Comment down below. Love to hear your thoughts. You guys take care. It's me signing off.